Hello and welcome to the Carnegie Report. It is late August 2025 and I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Lior Samuel.
You are Lior Samuel and we call you Mr. Carnegie if that's okay. I'm sure it's a name that you're very happy and comfortable with, Lior.
I am. I've got a usual name, Lior, but Carnegie Murrabeen, I'll take it, Gary.
Exactly. We're about to change it by deed poll. We change all your licences and we'll just call you Lior Carnegie instead of Lior Samuel.
Dale Carnegie?
He did all right, didn't he? He wrote a pretty popular book.
Yeah.
I think he had a few, his book sold, I think, more than the Bible, I think, which
How
of
to
course
win friends and influence
people. Exactly right. The Real Estate Agent's Bible. Let's talk a bit about what's going on in the market. We've seen a lot of competition on the weekend. We've seen more buyers out there. It is feeling very positive and strong. At least that's my thought. Your take?
Very much so. Interest rates came down the week before last, which definitely helped. A lot more buyer traction out there, a lot more buyers out there, a range of sales, selling before, at auction, private auctions, all happening in Carnegie Murrabeen.
Yeah, lots going on. And there has been some great sales. There have been some really popular ones as well. We'll talk about some of the competitive auctions we've had. One of those was in Maroona Road in Carnegie. You had the pleasure of doing that auction on the weekend. Tell us a little bit about that one.
So this was a two-bedroom apartment in a solid brick sort of late 60s, early 70s block. But the good thing is that, you know, the story to this potentially could have been bought late last year for around that 440, 450 mark. I've been dealing with this client for over 10 years. We took it to auction, bit of a basic refurb, paint, floorboards, etc. We had 5 bidders going for it, literally all first-home buyers. On a reserve of 450, Gary, we sold this two-bedroom apartment for $535,000.
What a fantastic result. Well done. Congratulations to the buyers that secured it under all that competition and well done to the vendor who had a great sale. Kidlock Avenue, Murrabeen. We've had some great results in Murrabeen. This again was a very, very interesting property.
Yeah, sold for $1,660,000. You've got to love a block of land that's pretty much got an uninhabitable home there, but the wide frontage definitely made this one appealing and I think it sold well to a local developer. There's
a lot of people out there that have got the confidence in the market and they're encouraged by what they think is coming in terms of demand. So good to see them do that and we're looking forward to seeing what they put up there. Also, we had a very, very popular property in Kangaroo Road, Murrabeen. Let's hop over there. Tell us about that result.
We always have a busy run there in that skippy land in Kangaroo Road and sold for $1,580,000. We had multiple bidders participate in this one and sold for a lovely family that had it literally all their life since their parents and it's been a generational home.
Well, I think we might change your name for Mr. Carnegie to Mr. Murrabeen, although Christian de Vries prides himself on Mr. Murrabeen, as does Anthony Lee, who runs all of our property management, of course, and Christian de Vries is somewhat of a specialist in Murrabeen.
He very much is, and that was a great listing of his and most lovely vendors he sold for as well.
Indeed, he's had a great time. Gerald Street, Murrabeen was where he sold this property that we're going to talk about right now. In fact, Graham Callan was the agent there, and David Thompson. So this one escaped Christian's hands, but was still sold by Gary Pitt Associates. Tell us about it.
This was a popular townhouse that sold well. It was very competitive when it came to auction day. Sold for $1,230,000 in the end. Also a lovely pocket off Kangaroo Road.
Belsize Avenue, Carnegie was due to go to auction, but the heat was so intense in terms of the interest of this property, the auction was brought forward. Tell us a bit about this interesting story.
It was, Gary, and sometimes our hand gets forced, and we had an offer come forward to us pretty much call it 8-9 days prior to the auction, and the vendor was in sort of two minds. We knew we had a lot of interest and people conducting building inspections and things like that. So we made the call to sign up the buyer's offer, and which was enough to trigger a sale. And we called a private auction a few days before the actual scheduled auction. So it was a nice, intimate Wednesday crowd. Heating was on. It was just a really nice atmosphere, but ultimately can only be one buyer. And we had 3 buyers participate at a level higher than what we had signed up and sold for $2,290,000 for this lovely home, and actually sold it to them, or to the vendor who currently lives interstate. But we sold it for him now, but I sold it originally. But it was just a beautiful home, and congratulations to the buyer on it.
That's what you call an auction before an auction, and well done to all those that participated, and well done to you, Lior. We've had another couple of beautiful sales in Murrabeen. We are selling the best homes in Murrabeen. There's no question about that, and we're very, very proud and delighted to be having worked for that and to that position. 14 Lisden Street, Murrabeen is one of those fine homes.
It was. Izzy and Anstey and myself had the privilege to sell on behalf of our vendors here. 14 Lisden Street was one of those beautiful weatherboard homes that was sort of recreated to its style with the most beautiful extension, or literally it was a brand new build. put out there, and it was perceived well by the public. We had over 100 groups through in total over the last 4 weeks, and there's been nothing in sort of top end in that Murrumbeena pocket, but it sold for $2,550,000 shortly after the auction that was.
Another lovely sale in Murrumbeena was the home in Victory Street, which victoriously has a soul sticker on the board. Tell us a bit about this one.
I love this story. So, another one. Sold it to them all those years ago. An investor bought it, family lived in there. Another agent had it, unfortunately, couldn't sell it. We took over, we marketed, we passed it in on the day with actually no bidding, funny enough, Gary, and it was available to be bought for $1,499,000. And what happened after the event, and some vendors think, oh, it's game over, nothing happens on auction day, but it's not a problem because sometimes it just takes a little bit longer. Shortly after the auction, 2 days later, we had an auction after the auction, ended up selling it for $1,570,000. So for those cynics in the crowd thinking, auction day, nothing happens, you never get over, if it's price sharp, sometimes it just doesn't happen on the day. People have finance issues and things like that. But this one shows it still can happen. Sold for $71,000 over the ask.
So don't worry, viewers and buyers and sellers. There is life after auction. The auction is not the final arbiter of the outcome of the sale of that home. Because some people say, oh, well, no one was here. It's not a great property. You know, this is all it's worth. But so often you'll find properties actually can go further after auction, not backwards.
And I just want to put it out there for those buyers with intentions to buy on auction day, just to sit back on auction day and do nothing. Someone would have bid, get it passed into them at $1,460, $1,470. They would have first right to buy it at the reserve price. Yeah. So sometimes I think it's a dumb move to wait and sit back. But, you know, fortune favours the brave, as Philip likes to quote Mark Twain all the time. But definitely, if you want a property come springtime, have a go. At least buy yourself that first right to buy it at the vendor's reserve.
Have a crack, indeed. Now, let's just talk a bit about some of the things that are coming up. I've got an exciting property that I've been involved with that is in Hughesdale. Mm-hmm. And this property is, as you know, a very, very big parcel of land on Poth Road with the extra offering of a home just around the corner in Paget Street, Hughesdale. It's just about to come on market, and this is a very, very beautiful property, a beautiful opportunity. If you're a developer, you want to create something magnificent, or you've got some reason that you want to build whether it's some sort of a unique special property. I'm not quite sure of all the possibilities. You'd have to check with council, or even just a magnificent big home on Poth Road. You can buy this, or go to Paget Street, where we have a fabulous home, which no one knows about yet. There's not even a sign up there.
Sneak peek.
It is a sneak peek, but I think it's number 1 Paget Street. Get into this property because this is just a fantastic property.
And that's a lovely pocket, because a few years ago, well, it's actually on the cusp, Poth Road on Murrumbeena there, but when they did the new train station up at Hughesdale, go rid of the bottleneck like they did in Murrumbeena Road, it flows so nicely, but it's a beautiful pocket, and it's actually around the corner from Chatston Shopping Centre as well. It is
great position. You can see Chatston from upstairs in the house there. We have some offerings coming up. Let's talk about this one. Talking about Hughesdale. Let's stay on the Hughesdale groove and talk about Symonds Street, Hughesdale, because we're looking forward to this one.
Yeah, 32 Symonds Street. We've managed this for a number of years for our client. This property in Hughesdale, like we just mentioned about the opportunities out in Hughesdale, this is a beautiful block of land on 594 square metres, livable home to live in, rent out, but it's got rear access as well. So if you're looking for potential Dulux development, subject to council approval, of course, check this out, because it's a good one, and I think it's great buying. And
as we keep selling the best homes in Murrumbeena, we've got this one now coming up in Wallace Avenue. What a fine looking property this one is. Tell us about it.
Wallace Avenue, great pocket there near Duncan McKinnon Reserve. We love it. It's a fabulous single level home. It's got the 3-bedroom accommodation you want in an area that people want to be in.
And Leon and Leor are selling that property. I think you're the auctioneer.
I am.
So we'll have 2 Leors and a Leon. Could be confusing, but could be fun.
We'll throw Lemore in the mix as well.
We can
mix it up with the quadrilla.
And we can bring Leo as well. So we'll have 2 Leors, a Leo, a Leon, and a Lemore. That is complicated. Let's move on to this excellent looking home. What a beautiful facade. This has got 11 Vine Grove in Carnegie. Great spot.
4-bedroom townhouses are always popular. That sort of nice sweet spot in that mid-1 region here for family accommodation, close to the newly refurbished Carnegie Pools. Check this one out, and Lion Reserve, Koonang Park up the road as well.
And just around the corner is Elliott Avenue, Carnegie. Tell us a bit about this home, Leo.
Elliott Goblet, can you move your eyes like him?
Yeah, there you go. I can.
That's it. Elliott Avenue.
A lot of people won't know who he is, a lot of young people, but he was a great comedian. We did have a bit of eye action.
Elliott Goblet, that's it.
Yep.
So Elliott Avenue, it's a lovely home too, because it's a 2-story period home. Look, if you want to get something that's needing a bit of updating in time, but good accommodation, check out 40 Elliott Avenue.
It is a wonderful property and an exciting offering, and I think we have got one or two more to go through. Let's talk about Rigby Avenue, Carnegie, a great looking home here.
So Rigby Avenue is also a great pocket there. We've had an amazing run there. We've been selling some newly refurbished properties there, brand new townhouses, but Rigby is a great pocket between Oakley Road and Leela Road there. But yeah, that sort of 90s vintage there. Got really good floor plans, and it's a beautiful opportunity for the lucky buyer.
And we've got Vanessa McGlynn and John Sweepo who are there. So we bring all of our offices together in Carnegie because it's in such a good location. We've got people that are bringing properties in and handling them from our Caulfield office, from our Bentley office, and our Carnegie office is going out to those areas as well. That's the beauty of a good network that works in harmony. Let's just finish off with this very affordable opportunity in Oakley Road, Carnegie. I know this block well. We've managed and sold a number in the block. Tell us about number 9.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for a first-home buyer investor. Funny enough, Gary, we've seen a lot of buyers buying Victoria now coming from interstate, whether it be New South Wales or Queensland. But this is great. I think either an investor will snap this up based on the great rental return you could get here, or potentially a first-home buyer with stamp duty concessions available to them.
Well, we've had a big run of sales to one particular investor group who have purchased something like 17 apartments from us in a row, all together, separate apartments, but they bought them on the same day, which was very exciting. Talking about exciting, we had a few exciting people join our organisation and we'd like to talk about. One of those guys is
Alex Dupar. So Alex has been with us, just pretty much 9-10 months now, but he's doing great things. He's selling a lot of apartments. He's got a beautiful listing in Malvern East as well, but works alongside myself and doing great things. And he's quite a sharp, dapper young chap, isn't he? Dressed beautifully like Philip Kingston.
He's a snappy dresser, no question about that. And we also have another lovely lady, Natalia. Tell us a bit about her.
So Natalia Koropets has worked sort of in the real estate game for a while. We brought her along. She's doing great things. She's handling some great properties for me, and she's I tell you what, she's a hungry agent. She's very good with her buy work, and watch this space with her.
Yeah, tenacious. So a few people to introduce to the Carnegie team who are doing some amazing things, and it's a great pleasure to see our office expanding and growing, and our talent getting better, and new talent coming in. Brings it all together and completes the picture for the Gary Peer Associates Carnegie team. It's good to bring you all the news. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Leo Samuel. Have a fantastic week.